Continuing on with Gamesmaster magazine from August of 1999, and we're still on the 4-game review section, and I cannot for the life of me read that from here, so I'm going to have to bring it a little bit closer, which you're not going to see much of the text, but that's fine. Format reviewed Game Boy, price $19.99, out now. $7.20. Skateboarding stands about as much chance of being accepted as viable gaming genre as England do of being crowned world champions at anything except for losing big matches. 720 tries to bring the speed and thrills of bombing around shopping centres on a rolling stead plank of wood, terrorising shoppers, to the Game Boy. Hardly the right platform for speed and spills. The action soon descends into turning over ramps and pressing jump and steering your board through traffic and obstacles. All about as exciting as a wet Sunday afternoon at your nan's house, watching songs of praise or listening to the cricket match on the radio. Even for the Game Boy, the graphics are well dodgy, and the music is kind of that makes you want to use the hammer instead of volume and control. This should really be ignored. Gameplay was obviously something not discussed when they were designing this, as it seems to be missing it altogether. Even if you're one of those throwbacks to the early 80s, when these things were popular, you'll no doubt hate this. Fair enough. A boarder shows off his portable sound system. Nice, that's cool. A game that would have looked dated when the boards were popular in the 80s. Now it just looks sad and pathetic. Ignore it. Didn't Tony Hawk's do very well out of video gaming? I don't know, because I never followed that genre in gaming. Anyway, moving on. Format reviewed N64, price $29.99, out now. Player's choice, so that was basically like the platinum of Nintendo games. Mario Kart 64, of course. The greatest multiplayer game racing experience you'll ever have, bar none. We wouldn't say something like that without a damn good reason, but a game that caused more late night challenges, bids for office supremacy, and scheming about dirty tactics between Joe and Ollie deserves this kind of accolade. Mario Kart 64 is quite simply brilliant. It may be old, but it's still the game of choice when we get a spare 10 minutes, which soon turns into an hour. Graphics and sound, as good as they are totally eclipsed by amazing multiplayer action on offer. The one game that is a tad weak and lacks excitement, but you get a few mates around and settle down for the rest of your life. You'll be playing this one for ages. Fungus Heads gets a view of Pete's exhausted pipe as she snatches the lead from him. We love it, we love it, we love it. Oh, did we say we really love it? And at only £30 you have the race out, and get this, now 93%. Yes, Mario Kart 64 was a beautiful game. I was never a big fan of Super Mario Kart from, I played the Nintendo DS version, which I thought was amazing at the time. And I also played the 3DS version as well. I'm not sure it's Mario Kart 6 or 7, but it had some of the retro tracks which I never played because I didn't have the N64 version. Actually, I did have the N64 version. I didn't play it completely because I sold the N64, but that's a story for another time. So what we've got here, format reviewed Game Boy, price $24.99, out now. Conker's Pocket Tales. A rare game on the N64 is always a special occasion, and the Game Boy is no different as Conker's Pocket Tales finally makes the big appearance. And I can just about read that text, but if I bring it closer, it should be better. Don't expect a Zelda epic venture though. Conker's is aimed squarely at younger players. Anyone older than your average Teletubbies fan is likely to finish it with disturbing ease. Saying that though, it's big. 6 worlds with plenty of things to do, as the main quest of collecting presents hides a multitude of tasks and objects. It's a bit of fun, but if you fancy a bit more challenge, we'd have to say go for Zelda DX instead. Fair enough. Judgment, harmless for younger players, but won't present much of a challenge for gaming veterans. Kid stuff, but good for it. I've never played it, to be honest, although I did hear Conker's Fur Tales was quite graphic. Well, let's not go there. Right, what we got here? Format reviewed. N64, price $29.99, out now. Lilac Wars, player's choice. The universe is saved from the invasion by a fox. That should give us all those pro-hunting idiots something to think about. In its day, Lilac Wars was a killer app for the N64. It came bundled with the Rumble Pack. Unfortunately, time's not been kind to Fox McCloud and his band of Polygon pilots. The action is slow and the game is a tad linear. Even with the stage tree, graphically it still holds a few fails. Just waiting to see the big bosses. But the multiplayer mode now hobbles along on gameplay crutches, as it's no longer seek and destroy, more a case of circle round each other until someone makes a mistake. My first shoot 'em up, it's fine, but you know your game holds up to challenge. Oh, and it does not bundled with a Rumble Pack anymore, though. Revolutionary in its day, but sadly that day has passed. Still a good second-hand option, but there are others that do it much better. 78%. I actually played Lilac Wars on the N64. 1 second, I need to cough badly. Coughing fit over. I don't know. It's one of them games where I think it got a bit repetitive, especially with the voice acting. That's my opinion of it. I played a little bit more on the Nintendo 3DS remake. But apart from that, not my cup of tea, to be honest. However, for classic N64 games, obviously Mario Kart, Lilac Wars, etc., they were the classics. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, and these were the other issues that I owned or had. I think I had the Silent Hill one. I'm not sure if I had the driver one. Yes, I did have the driver one. Anyway, thank you very much. See you soon.